Are you taking on so many tasks that they're leading your life? Are you reacting instead of responding to situations? Maybe you have somebody that triggered you and you are feeling angry at the moment. Maybe you are controlled by other emotions such as fear and shame. Are you consumed by negative self-talk where you say to yourself you're not enough? Are you ruminating about the past, questioning the decisions that you've made, not trusting in yourself? What if you hold any anxiety for the future? And are you feeling stuck right now? Do you feel depleted and completely exhausted at the end of each day? Well, if you do, then you are living out of center. You're not in alignment with who you really are. You're not in harmony with the universe, and you're totally disconnected from any true meaning in your life. You're lost. And so what does it feel like to be in-centered? Because I know that you feel moments where you're just not quite right. Well, when you're in center, you have an inner peace and calm. You're able to develop a heightened sense of self-awareness where you can regulate your emotions and feel where you are with your body. Then you can recharge your mental energy. You're able to have a heightened level of focus and attention when you are in center. Then you can release your stress and diffuse any anxiety that you may have, thereby giving you moments of relaxation in life that can really lead to clarity. Then when you are in center, you can activate your superior cognitive function. And with this function, you are able to avoid mistakes and you don't make any of them. Then when you are in center, you quiet your mind, you're able to eliminate any distractions that you have. You know, every time your phone beeps or pings, you can ignore that. Or every time you have an email popping up in the front of your screen, you can ignore that because you really enjoy what you're doing in the moment. You're so focused and you're so into it that nothing can take you away from it. So when you're in center, you have no resistance. There is only flow. And when you flow, there's no tension in your body. There's no friction. Everything is nice and smooth. So to find your center really means to get to know yourself. And this is where Tai Chi can really help you to practice to get to know yourself. Because when you do, you are alive. And you're not only alive, but you feel whole. You see, there are many parts of you that make up who you are. And when you're not in center, you feel separated. You feel separated from your parts. And you feel lost. And you try to put these pieces together. And you end up trying to be something that you are not. So when you're in center, you are just being. And to be in center doesn't mean that you're happy or sad. It doesn't mean that you're positive or negative. What it really means is that you are in neutral position, that you are in a dynamic state of equilibrium. And this is where you are able to go in and out of happiness or sadness, and you're able to go in and out of positive or negative. And you're just going with the flow in harmony and in balance. So whenever you search for happiness, it's usually a sign that you are not centered, that you don't trust yourself, that you can't connect with your feelings and your instincts. So how do you find your center? Well, there's really no one location per se, and there's really no single center that you can find and hold on to. In fact, there are 4 centers. There's the physical, the mental, the emotional, and spiritual. And so when we talk about the physical center, we're talking about the lower region of your body, called the Dantian, the lower Dantian. And this is where your body stores energy, where it cultivates your energy, and this is where everything inside of you comes out so that you can start sensing in the world with your five senses. And so when you are centered physically, you know where you are in your place in life. Then there is the mental center, which is up here in your brain. And the mental center is where you are able to think, rationalize, analyze situations. The mental center gives rise to your thoughts, both logical and illogical at times. And then there is the emotional center. This is where your heart lies. And so in your heart center, you're able to now have relationships, you're able to feel emotions and really relate to other people. And then the final center is the spiritual center. And so there's some dispute as to where the spiritual center is. Some people think that it's the third eye, and some people think that it's several inches above the crown of your head. And the spiritual center is where you find yourself to be connected with the universe. Yeah, it's the center of consciousness where you're able to have this intuition, right, that everything is going to be okay. And so how do you find your center? Well, you need two things, really. One is an awareness that the centers exist. And the second is a method to practice centering, because centering is a skill. And so let's go over some methods for centering yourself. And so first thing that you need to do to center yourself is to consciously breathe. This is conscious breathing, and with each breath, understand that you have your inhale and exhale. And what I want you to do right now is to connect with your breath and count the number of times each breath is taking place. And so we're going to count to 10. All right, so 1, inhale and exhale. 2, inhale and exhale. 3, inhale and exhale. 4, inhale and exhale. And 5, inhale and exhale. Then 6, take your breath. And 7, take another breath. And with each breath, go longer and longer. 8, take a breath. 9, take a breath. And 10, take a breath. And so I want you to get into the habit of counting your breaths 10 sets at a time, and really begin to feel how the breath is touching your body. Then the next method for centering yourself is standing meditation, where you're standing still in a position or a posture. And we'll adopt a posture like this, where you have your hands in front of your chest, your palms, the center of your palms facing your heart, actually, and making that connection. And so here we are in this position, and you're going to observe your body as if it's being hung from the ceiling by a cord that is attached to your crown of your head. And so here we can go to the next method of centering yourself, which is to feel your feet. And to feel your feet, you have to let go and use breath work again to bring your breath down all the way to your feet. And here you can feel the soles of your feet. Then you can focus your attention on your lower dantian, your physical center. Feel your breath again, expanding and shrinking beneath your palms as you touch your lower dantian. Then you have your heart center. So place your palms on your heart center and feel your heart. Have gratitude and be grateful that it has been working for you for all this time. Then you have your mind center, and here we're going to just simply put our hands maybe in front of our eyes, and then again your centers of the palms are facing, pointing to your mind center, your third eye, if you will. And then finally, another method is to be the observer and really put yourself, put your awareness up here, just several inches above the crown of your head, your spiritual center. And this is where you are just observing what you're doing, the actions that you take, the thoughts that you're having. Are they truly yours? Or are they a part of your other sub-personalities? Find your true self as you observe in the spiritual center. And then one more thing, there's another method where we actually visualize that our body is a pyramid. And when you do that, you visualize and feel that you have a heavy base, a long, wide base at the bottom. And at the top of the pyramid, you have lightness, and that corresponds to your spiritual center. It corresponds with your mental center, and even to a certain extent your emotional and physical center. But the physical center lies really towards the base of your pyramid. And so these are methods that you can use to help to center yourself, and each method is found in the practice of Tai Chi. So now the next problem is, how can you remain in the center? And the challenge is that your meditation practice is separate from the rest of your life. And to remain in center, you have to make the reflective state more available throughout your day. And so I have tips to do just that, to maintain your center in future posts, so stay tuned. And right now, just think about how to center yourself and how to center yourself with Tai Chi. So what if you can start the day calm? What if you can end the day with feeling nourished instead of feeling depleted? And what if during the day and at this very moment you can actually feel very focused and not scattered? Well, I wish those things for you, and check out my YouTube channel so that you have more ideas of how to center yourself with Tai Chi.